Welcome to Monty's Mysteries, and today we're going to be talking about the architecture of secrecy, disclosure, whistleblowers, and how truth gets managed. Let's begin. It was June 13th, 1971, Sunday night. Daniel Ellsberg sits in his apartment with 7,000 pages of classified documents. The Pentagon Papers. Proof that the US government has been lying about the Vietnam War for years. He's about to make copies, give them to the New York Times, and change history. He knows what this means. His colleagues have warned him, you will go to prison for the rest of your life. They will destroy you. He's a father, a husband, a respected analyst. One phone call and all of this goes away. He doesn't make the call. 3 days later, the Times publishes. The government sues to stop publication and loses. They charge Ellsberg under the Espionage Act, with a minimum sentence of 115 years. But before trial, they do something else. They break into his psychiatrist's office looking for dirt, something to destroy his credibility. Character assassination as government policy. The charges were eventually dismissed, not because he was innocent, but because the government's conduct was so illegal, the case couldn't proceed. That was 1971. It's still happening. Snowden, Manning, Grush. Same playbook, same pattern. When truth threatens power, power has a response. I'm Monty. This is Monty's Mysteries. And today we're investigating something that determines what you know about everything else. How truth gets managed. How whistleblowers get destroyed. And how the architecture of secrecy shapes your reality. The disclosure cycle. Let me show you the pattern. December 2017, The New York Times. Front page, glowing auras and black money, Pentagon's mysterious UFO program. This reveals secret Pentagon UFO program, ATIP. A $22 million budget, military encounters with an unknown craft, video evidence, and on-the-record sources. This should be the biggest story in human history. We are not alone. The government knows, and here is the proof. What happened? Week 1, it went viral. Social media exploded. Mainstream coverage. Week 2, debunkers started to emerge. Videos explained as lens flares, birds, prosaic objects. Week 3, official statements become ambiguous. They say, we take this seriously, but no real details. Month 2, the story begins to fade, and the public moves on. 6 years later, congressional hearings, whistleblower testimony, and claims of a recovered non-human craft. And still, most people don't know, don't care, or just don't believe. This is the pattern. Step 1, leak or revelation. Truth emerges, whistleblowers, document releases, and insider testimonies. Step 2, brief amplification. The media covers it, public attention spikes. Step 3, official response. Denial, limited acknowledgement, or complete misdirection. Step 4, discrediting campaign. Attack the source, muddy the waters, and shift the narrative. Step 5, memory hole. The story disappears, nothing changes, and the public forgets.
Quit making national heroes out of those
People are
who steal
saying they're
secrets
seeing
and publish
UFOs.
them in
Do
the
I
newspaper.
believe it? Not particularly.
We are going to win.
I've watched this happen with the Pentagon Papers, NSA surveillance, UFO disclosure, and every major revelation that the public should know about. The formula works, and I'm going to show you how. This is what I call the whistleblower destruction playbook. If you can't suppress the information, you destroy the messenger. There's a playbook. It's been refined for decades. Tactic 1. Character assassination. Find something personal, anything. History of depression, label them mentally unstable. Messy divorce, unreliable and emotional. Financial struggles, just in it for the money. For example, David Grush. In 2003, he testified to Congress that the US has a non-human craft. Within days, reports surfaced that he had PTSD from deployment. Marital problems were mentioned, framed as, is he credible? Can we trust someone with all of these issues? Notice, the evidence isn't discussed. His psychology and personal life is. Tactic 2. Professional destruction. Fired, blacklisted, security clearance revoked. For example, William Binney, NSA technical director, tried to report mass surveillance through proper channels. And as the result, he was forced out of the NSA. His house was raided by FBI, guns drawn in the bathroom when he was naked in the shower. He was investigated for years, but never charged. But the message was sent. This is what happens when you talk. Tactic 3. Legal intimidation. Espionage Act, gag orders, threat of lifetime imprisonment. For example, Edward Snowden. He revealed mass surveillance programs that were unconstitutional with no warrant. And as a response, he was charged with espionage, with a potential for death penalty.
If you say something about this, they're going to destroy you.
He was forced into exile. He can never return to the US.
Here I am, stuck in Russia. I can't travel.
No, NSA officials who lied to Congress faced zero consequences. Snowden, who told the truth, is in permanent exile.
I left a home and a family, a lifestyle, and really my status, my ability to participate in the American society that I love.
Tactic 4. Public ridicule. Make the topic toxic. Associate truth with absurdity. For example, UFO research. After real military encounters documented, they were mixed in with flat earth theories, lizard people, outrageous claims with no evidence. And as a result, serious researchers were discredited by association. Anyone mentioning UFOs is labeled a conspiracy theorist, even when the Pentagon confirms it's real. This isn't a theory. This is documented. Let me show you the receipts. 1953, CIA Robertson panel convened to address the UFO sightings, and as a conclusion, not a threat. But the recommendation, quote, the national security agencies take immediate steps to strip the unidentified flying objects of the special status they have been given and the aura of mystery they have unfortunately acquired, end quote.
I'm going to play a clip from an interview with Joseph Alec Hynek, who was an astronomer, professor, and well-known ufologist. He worked with Project Sign, Project Grudge, Project Blue Book, and the U.S. Air Force. He attended the Robertson panel, and this is what he had to say.
In short, I wanted the subject to have a fair hearing, and I certainly didn't feel, in fact, there was just no question, that at least during the time I was in their presence, the subject did not have a fair hearing. Now, if the whole Robertson panel was a put-up job, then one could argue that they deliberately chose high scientific establishment men who were terribly, terribly busy, could obviously not spend a lot of time examining things, and had no intention of doing their homework, but of simply passing judgment on the basis of their previous scientific experience in and only in their present scientific framework. And it would have been just as difficult to express a different idea as it would have been to have convinced a physicist in the year 1880 that matter and energy were interchangeable. The law said that matter was conserved no matter what, and that was that. And you just don't come around here with this nonsense about matter being changed into energy. I mean, it was that sort of attitude that I sensed all throughout.
Methods suggested were debunking, explain away sightings, mass media campaigns used entertainment to ridicule, surveillance of civilian UFO groups. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is declassified CIA policy. 1956 to 1971, COINTELPRO, the FBI counterintelligence program. This targets civil rights groups, anti-war movements, Black Panthers, and UFO researchers. Their tactics used were infiltration, Undercover agents join their groups. Psychological warfare, spread rumors, create paranoia. Smear campaigns, anonymous letters, fake documents. Legal harassment, bogus arrests, IRS audits, and even assassination. Fred Hampton was killed in a coordinated raid. This was revealed in 1975 through the Church Committee investigations. So we know, the government has systematically suppressed information, like the Robertson panel, infiltrated and disrupted civilian groups, COINTELPRO, used illegal tactics, burglaries, harassment, and violence. This happened. It is documented, proven, and admitted. The question isn't, could they do this? The question is, did they stop?
We talked about a lot of heavy things today. So for my mental health and yours, I'm going to end here. But next time, we're going to talk about compartmentalization, how such big secrets stay hidden for so long. I'm Monty, and this is Monty's Mysteries. Thank you for listening. Have a good night, and stay curious.